Hey, one of Wisdom here. It is Tuesday, May 10th, 2:32 in the morning. I am tired. I've been tired. I keep staying tired. I think I'm finally starting to get worn out after all these years of staying up until, 3:30 to 5 in the morning. I think it's kind of catching up, or I'm getting sick. I don't know which it is. But anyway, who cares? We got my main man Dino Ring here. Dino Ring, one of the castaways from SSA. He's never had a proper Series 2. He's one of my favorite characters to date, regardless of the fact we've never had his WoW pal. And similarly, he was the very first variant in Skylanders that I got. This was before Activision sent anything out. This is back in the SSA days. My nephew, right before Christmas, he was pretty young at the time, went in with my sister. They were trying to get some stuff for me, kind of, I think, like the 23rd or so of December, somewhere very close to Christmas. Went into like a little local retailer, and this is a deal where my sister, being an adult, probably would not have found this, but my nephew, being younger, was like just the right height on the end cap to see Silver Dino Ring. And there wasn't just one of them, there were two of them. This was back before people, the silvers were like our first variants, essentially. People were kind of like, what Skylanders? What is this? I don't understand. Boomer was shell fodder at the time. No one was buying him. He, of course, had a colored variant at the time. But they got both of them. He got one. I got the other. And in addition to that, he's just an awesome character. I never really understood why all this time we have not seen him again. Earth Element remains my favorite. So many stalwarts there. But throw back to the olden times. Now, the hat that he's wearing, that is the UFO hats. I didn't actually ever get that. That was the deal. You got the little card if you pre-ordered at Target. I'm not a lot of people, put the $5 down to get the card or whatever and didn't care if they got the game there, but there were so many other better promotions. Luckily, years ago, somehow Rob had at CoinOp had, I don't know how many extra UFO hats. He just mailed me one, so I've got the card somewhere. It's part of the collection, but most importantly, it's worn by Dino Ring right now. So that said, I know some of you are probably expecting the, sky racing action. We'll get to that, but I'm super tired and I wanted to upgrade these guys. I told you I was kind of saving it for the end so I'd have something super cool to look forward to. This is what I love to do in the game, is kind of log all the attacks, see how they rank up, particularly the elites, because they get triple the attack damage. So what we're going to do here is just our usual run-of-the-mill stuff, but hadn't done it in a while. So while we are rambling at the beginning and I have your attention, I want to say, if you have not been watching my brand new series, Wisdom Plays Minecraft, it's basically like my Xbox One solo survival. Only difference, it's on the PC. And that, of course, affords me so many more opportunities to do cool stuff. PC's just, that much farther than the consoles or Pocket Edition. But it is not MineLogix. That's the server, the SMP. This is just me, standalone stuff. Pretty much what we did in Xbox One Solo Survival. But since I'd already used Solo Survival for Xbox One, I was like, what should I call this? And Wisdom Plays Minecraft came up. But what I want to tell you, I know there's a lot of you that probably just watch the Skylanders videos or, some combination of things I've uploaded over the years. Maybe you don't watch my Minecraft videos. Maybe you watch, some other channel or something. But for those of you, even those of you that don't really care about Minecraft, this still is applicable. And let me just cut to the chase here. Basically, what I've wanted to do over the years is come up with some way to sort of involve you, the viewer, in the videos. There's really not been a good way to do that in Skylanders. I've got the Skylander Club forum. If you want to sign up there, SkylanderClub.com. Very, very soon I'm going to begin releasing all these spreadsheets I've created for the Supercharger characters. Might actually do that with the Elites first. That would be a cool change of pace in my opinion. But we've got that, SkylanderClub.com if you want to sign up there. However, one of the things people have asked over the years is like, hey, can you give me a shout out in your next video? It's just simple things. It means a lot to some people, particularly like younger viewers. I don't know, maybe you're at home, with a broken leg. You just wrecked your motorcycle, and it's like, well, if somebody would give me the time of day, that would be cool. It would make my day suck less, a little bit less. People have their different reasons, but I've wanted to always kind of like have something to sort of commemorate things. And what I've done in my Wisdom Plays Minecraft, I've created the Wall of Wisdom. I made my featured video on the channel. It's currently Scholars of Wisdom. That explains it in great detail. But basically, all you have to do to become a Scholar of Wisdom, get your shout out in the video, become part of the Wall of Wisdom, is leave a comment that says, I am a Scholar of Wisdom. You can do a contraction in there, I'm, whatever you want to do. I'll use your YouTube username, so if your YouTube username is PortalMaster2378, that's what I'll use. If your YouTube username is PortalMaster2378, but you prefer that me call you out by like your exact name, David Brown, make sure to put that. If you prefer a Twitter handle, whatever it may be, include that I'm a Scholar of Wisdom. You can also include, and I always have a hard time saying this, but like what either brought you to my channel or what the favorite, this is so simple but so difficult, what I upload that is your favorite thing to watch. So if it's Skylanders, you'd say, that. You can specify SSA, Giants, Swap Force, Trap Team, whatever it may be, Superchargers. If it is Wii Fit, feel free to throw that out there, whatever you want. Some other stuff, and then of course if you want to, this is sort of like bragging rights for you, how long you've been watching the channel. So if you came over in the glory days of SSA 2011, you would post since 2011. If you found my channel in Skylanders Giants, been sticking around since then, you'd post up 2012. If you just found it yesterday, you'd say I've been watching since yesterday. But again, essentially all you have to do is leave a comment that says I'm a Scholar of Wisdom. Whatever name you want me to, put on the sign, your favorite game that I play, and then of course the time. All that's optional. But what I will do is I will take that information, I'll transcribe it to a sign, and that sign will go on a cobblestone brick, which I will put in the Wall of Wisdom. So barring any crazy creeper destruction, you are forever going to be immortalized in the Wall of Wisdom. So again, kind of cheesy, but at the same time, I've never seen anyone do anything like that. I think it's pretty cool. I look back on it, and like if I was watching some channel and was a big fan of what they did, and I had an opportunity to just leave a comment, basically get like a shout out, I would do it. If you haven't been watching, good lord, I've actually used a few Skystones. We're still over 200. But anyway, if you want in on that, check out my featured video, Scholars of Wisdom. You can also check out episodes 8 and 9 of Wisdom Plays Minecraft. I usually put them there at the start while we try to establish it. But I would appreciate your help. I want the Wall of Wisdom to be big. I want it to be long. I want it to be tall. And I want it to have as many of you as possible in it. So take time to leave a comment. Do as I described. I'll have a little information in the video description. And of course, tell your friends about it. So that said, let's get down to business here. This video, let's be honest, I can crank out the base upgrades, even the way I ramble through them, very quickly. So we got the cash, no issues there. Primary attack for Mr. Dino Ring is stone boomerangs, looks like so. It's actually got pretty good range. I mean, it's not a projectile screen cleaner type, but I mean, it's not melee either. Basically, we can cover the stairs there. You can fire them off pretty quick. There is a little bit lag between, you can kind of go 1-2 quickly, and then there's sort of the lag between throw 3 and 4 because you have to wait for the 2 boomerangs to come back. So keep that in mind. That said, the damage that they do, 85, 128 on the critical. Very cool. Next up, our base attack is the boomerang shield. Looks like that. Basically, he throws the 2 boomerangs, they orbit around you, sort of a halo effect. It'll deflect things, and in addition to that, 50 to 75. If you're point blank range, you can actually get 3 hits. Case in point there. The farther out you go, the less likely you are, to land multiple hits, but, generally this range is 2, point blank 3, and then if you get like on the edge of the shield, you can get, maybe 1, possibly 2. You can't move super quick with it, but you kind of can. Similarly, I want to point out, since we haven't seen Dino Ring in quite some time, you can jump up in the air and you can throw the boomerang. It's not really the most articulate, but hey, it's still something we couldn't do in SSA. You can jump in the air, and as you can see, you can actually activate the shield as well. That said, it's time to talk to Persephone and get the base upgrade. Oh, Marshal Persephone, I should say, and get the base upgrade.
Are you ready for a new magical upgrade?
Alright, so here we go. Our first base upgrade is going to be Basalt Boomerangs. Boomerangs do increase damage, price being 400. Let's pick those up. He looks very menacing in Superchargers, I have to say. Let's go ahead. We'll do these one at a time. We got time. So, if you note, the boomerangs changed aesthetically, I believe, a little bit. At least if I'm remembering. Alright, from SSA. 85, 128 is where we were at. Check that out, 100. And if we can get the critical, you saw it there, 150. So, 85 to 100 plus 15, 128 to 150 plus 22. 100 to 150 being our range for that. This is cool. I always love this. It is Boomerang Finesse. It's not really, like, ooh, hey, 212 now. No. It's just something simplistic, but it came in. SSA is still my favorite game. And everything played in intricately to that. You could make it simplistic, or you could come in and you could just use everything to a T, in my opinion. This was one of those things. Boomerang Finesse 560. Hold X to control boomerangs in the air using the left stick. So, sounds kind of dumb. I'll admit, it's like, we really have to buy an upgrade for this. But once you get used to it, you will absolutely love it. So, ordinarily, we come in here and we chuck our boomerang, it does 100. But, check this out, if I hold X, you can actually kind of control where it goes. And to me, that's a big deal. It just works out very, very well, in my opinion, with what we can do with Dino Ring. You can kind of see him in action there. Anyway, it's easier to showcase later, but it plays into what we will do as we continue on. Now, up next is his tertiary. It is Stone Fist Traps for 720. We're going to press Y to summon 2 Stone Fist Traps from beneath the earth. This was sort of like your go-to earth type attack. It's like, what should we do? Bash Dino Ring. Oh, they'll just have stuff come up from the ground, right? And brings back a lot of memories. Not something I used a whole lot, just because he gets so good with the boomerangs later on. But it's something you can set up. It's sort of a Zook and Hex-like type of a thing. Basically facing the camera here. It's just sort of like a quick little, if you're in trouble, you can set that up and you can come back and, spam your attack, whatever you need to do. So, they're also super powerful. 163 to 245. I'm wondering if we can hit the dummy twice. I'm not thinking we're going to, but nonetheless, 163 to 245 is pretty salty on the damage side, even for an elite. So pretty high-end stuff there. Not quite as cool as the boomerangs, but hey, it's something. Up next is our final base upgrade. It is the Dervish Shield for 960. Okay then. Every once in a while I say something that confuses the machine. Dervish Shield is waiting. 960 Boomerang Shield does extra damage and blocks enemies' shots. So, let's pick this up. Again, that is our final base upgrade. When we come back, we get to pick between Grand Boomerang Master and Earthen Avenger. Again, this was back in the day, man. Here lately, you always hear me talk about, I wish this was just a good old-fashioned plus 40 armor or plus 40 speed type of stuff. And this is where that came from. So many of the SSA characters had, the armor and the speed boost, and I generally tend to default toward those. With Dino Ring, the boomerangs are so cool and unique, though. I had a hard time doing it, but hey, I eventually did score another Dino Ring to kind of, do that back in the day. But hey, we'll get to that here in a little bit. Let's take a look at the Dervish Shield. Don't freak out, Xbox. So here we go. We're going to initiate it. If you note, there's kind of that cool blue streak. It looks like they're spinning a little faster. And most importantly, 63 to 95. Point blank range here. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. So, Dervish Shield, 63.95. We should still be doing 100 to 150. That is correct. And let's come up here. You get the feel. You get the idea. Let's go ahead and grab a Greeble or two and have some fun. Showcase the base upgrades here. So number 1, we'll just do the Stonefish traps. Oh, and it launches them too. That's cool. And that's a 2-hit kill. If we come in here and just shield art, wow, the shield does knockback. Okay, this is why we use the Greebles. Again, we could wreck that guy with our other attacks, but I'm just kind of trying to showcase one at a time for you. Dun, dun, dun. Now we will just use the boomerangs, and all their spammable glory. Oh wow, 3 shots, really? Let's try that again. There's 2, 3, yeah, wow, okay. So, this is why you go Elite, this is why you pick up Elite Dino Ring. Super fantastic, great Skylander. Anyway, that's that, man, for the base upgrades. Again, got it done fairly quickly, but most importantly, again, I wanted to get across the Scholars of Wisdom opportunity for you. Like I said, I know some of you probably just like, oh, hey, Skylanders, you know, gotta watch those videos. And then maybe you go elsewhere for Minecraft. Maybe you've never watched mine. If you haven't, I encourage you to do so. But once again, doesn't matter if you leave your I'm a Scholar of Wisdom comment here on my Skylanders research and the Superchargers playthrough, Wii Fit, Mario Kart, and I don't care where it is, as long as it is a new comment, please don't reply to one, because if you do that, I don't get notification on it. It gets really complicated, but as long as you just make a brand new comment somewhere, I'm a Scholar of Wisdom, Skylanders is my favorite game you play, I've been watching since 2011 because I'm cool. I will get you a brick. You will be another brick in the Wall of Wisdom. It'll kind of be a shout out, and again, I'll either do it at the start or the end of the videos in the Let's Play Minecraft series. So be sure to check that out. Again, the featured video, Scholars of Wisdom, sort of walks you through that. Plus, I built a pretty cool little library thing, and I used Purpur. You're not supposed to be able to build with Purpur, but you know, or you can, but just no one ever turns anything out that looks good. I think it looks pretty cool. So if you're into that sort of a thing, check it out. Let me know your thoughts on that. Most importantly, become a Scholar of Wisdom and help build the Wall of Wisdom. So I wish there was some way I could do something similar to that in the Skylanders, but there's really not. If they still had the I don't want to ramble too much, but the PC version, man, back in the day, the Spyro Skylanders universe, that had so much potential, and it's something that I felt like they should have like stuck to and just sort of continued to evolve. Like my Skylands was pretty freaking sweet, I'm not gonna lie. And I couldn't get the healing elixir to register, but aside from that, man, my little Skylands was pretty freaking fantastic, and I missed that. That would have given people like a year-round opportunity to play. It could have been so fantastic with all these, 5 years sort of tied into it. But short of something there, I really, in Skylanders, there's not much I can do that would commemorate it, if you will. So the Wall of Wisdom is something that's going to be there. If it does get blown up, I have everything backed up, so we will be good in that regard. But check that out. Feel free to become a Scholar of Wisdom. Most importantly, though, we're going to be cranking out some elites. I'll mix in the sky racing. I kind of like to keep a variety going. So stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching. We're going to go finish out his upgrade pass, and I hope to see you there. oneofwisdom.com. Make sure to follow me on Twitch and Twitter. And remember SkylanderClub.com if you're super into Skylanders. That said, for myself and Dino Ring, I'll catch you back here for more Skylanders research.